been about 11 years that I've been waking up at the exact same time nearly every single day for work. There's a slight change I want to make to that. I'm still going to get up at the same time for work, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure from the moment I get up to the moment I leave for work, I'm going to be very intentional with what I do. Now, I am the type of person that puts on weight extremely fast. From the moment I started dating my wife to about a year to a year and a half into our dating relationship, I gained roughly about 50 pounds. I was able to get that weight off, but I know what it's like to gain weight to a point where your body is so uncomfortable. Your body is constantly telling you that you need to make a change. Thankfully, I was able to make that change and I got into running. When I was a bit younger, I picked up running, kind of let it go. And within the last 3 years, I've committed myself to running yet again, and I am sticking with it for good. My goal is to qualify for Boston Marathon within the next 2 to 3 years. So I'm basically going to create this series that's going to follow my journey, you know, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, and things in between that I feel would be beneficial to anybody that is trying to get in shape, or anyone that's just interested in what it's like to run so many miles and get yourself to a point where you can qualify for the Boston Marathon, which means you have to run a marathon, 26.2 miles, 42.2 kilometers in under 3 hours. And just to give you a specific picture of what that looks like for me right now, I have ran 2 marathons, and in those 2 marathons I've ran roughly around the 4-hour mark. I didn't have a very competitive time, and I wasn't able to perform the way I wanted my body to perform in both of those marathons that I've ran. So we're gonna really hone in and really focus on pulling that time closer and closer to the 3-hour mark so that I can qualify for the Boston Marathon. I have found that the one way that I can stay extremely accountable to myself, to my health, and to my fitness is when I have a structured schedule. The marathon schedule, when you're training for it, you're training anywhere from 14 to 18 weeks. The problem is for myself, what I've noticed is when those marathon schedules end and the marathon is complete, I find myself with a little bit of a loss of that sense of direction, I guess you could say. So these videos that I'm going to be making are going to help keep me accountable to my running, help keep me accountable to my health and to my fitness. And along the way, you're going to learn what it's like to eat certain foods and what you should eat at what time, maybe the rest you need to take, maybe different workouts that you can incorporate to improve your overall fitness for running. So that's what this video is going to be all about. All right, so it is now 10:07 a.m. So this is a little bit of what we consume on the daily. Just a little bit. Boatloads of eggs, consume tons of eggs. We got chicken breast, chicken thighs, I think we have. Yeah, chicken thighs. We got ground beef. We eat a pretty solid amount of salmon as well. And that's gonna be what my diet's gonna consist of. I'm gonna be going cupcakes, not cupcakes. I'm gonna be consuming a lot more protein than anything else, and definitely lower on the carbs. So I'm gonna be keeping my miles actually quite low for this kind of like cutting phase. Miles low and fast for the most part, and then my carbs are gonna be lower as well. I'll still consume carbs, nothing considered keto, but definitely lower. It's Luna.
Hello, Luna.
This morning I got finished 20 minutes yoga. So again, thinking that I used to spend my first 30 minutes of my morning on my phone with my coffee. Now I'm doing yoga for 20 minutes. You wanna see? So now I'll be spending the first 20 to 30 minutes of my day doing yoga, not focusing on my phone at all. Don't even open social media. That is going to be the main goal. Doing my yoga, then having my coffee, just kind of chilling out, getting into the word a little bit, and then from there, we start our day. I think I'm going to see a lot of improvements in many areas. Just, you know, everyone knows how social media can be, and I think it's just smart to have a very limited dose. Going on social media for leisure too much can really lead to a lot of bad things. So that will be...
A lot?
You want me to put it on?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put it on. I am feeling a little bit rough today. Today was my first day back at work after like 4 weeks off. I was gonna say I'll show you how much sleep I got last night. My goal is anywhere from 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but here is how much sleep. 3 hours and 50 minutes of sleep last night. So feeling a little rough right now, not gonna lie. All right, I'm up for a 5K run, and boy, oh boy, 6 days off running, I'm at a 9:40 minute mile, and my heart rate is like about at 150 right now. 6 days off running, man, your heart rate just drops. Doesn't know what's going on. Granted, my diet has been terrible, but we got some work to do. We're gonna do 4 runs this week, mixed in with some yoga. This body back into running shape. All right, let's go.